Hello and welcome back everybody to another episode of Gregtech New Horizons, and by episode I mean live stream. Just loading up the chat once again. We just had to take a little dinner break before, but we are back. Jacob, how are you doing today? Okay, the game just crashed. I know this. You guys can't see the screen yet. I was just kind of loading into it before I switch the camera over, but we'll try that again. Alright, close everything there. Get the YouTube live stream to share over. FT, how are you? Nice seeing you again. Alright, YouTube. View channel. Open up my chat. Share the stream. Copy. It has been copied over. How you been doing? Pretty good, thank you very much for asking. I just realized I went completely silent there for a minute. I was just moving over the links for the stream to the Discords. I'll be going in like 5 minutes though. Sounds good, not a problem, Jacob. Alright, so we're going to switch over the camera. Switch over the camera and record. There it is. F5. No, that's right, I don't have to do F5. Just because I already have my thumbnail, pretty much. How you been doing? Pretty good, thank you very much for asking. I got some work this week, so it's kind of nice that since the last 2 or 3 weeks I really haven't had any work, so it's kind of nice to help build up the bank account again, as well as the work hasn't been too bad, and it's relatively close to home compared to some of the places where I thought I was going to be, so that's kind of nice. Alright, we're going to go compress all of these plates real quick. Also, welcome into stream everybody else. I see we have 6 amazing people here so far. Anybody new, I want to say welcome. And anybody returning, welcome back. So we're compressing a bunch of steel plates. We should already have all of our heavy-duty ingots. Yeah, we way overmade the other ones already, so we have plenty enough. Heavy duty plates. Honestly, you probably get rid of some of this stuff now. Get rid of the plates, get rid of the heavy duty alloys. We already have the compressed meteoric iron. We have the lamp. So we're getting there. Alright, all of the compressed steel. Yeah, that'll make all of our fuel tanks and everything else. So it should be getting pretty close to making the rocket. Alright, so empty fuel tanks, please. We need empty canisters. Okay, so that's in the assembler. We do not have an extruder for rings up here, but that's fine. So we got all this. No circuit. Okay, so we need 2 canisters for that. Then we need 3 canisters for all the fuel tanks. So we're going to need 5 total canisters. 5 canisters. Canister. Just make 4 more. Perfect. Alright, so we're going to get all that, and then molten stainless steel. We want 3 of these guys. perfect. There it is, 3 blank fuel tanks, and now we can add small fuel canister. Compressed dual. Alright. So we got 3. We got 3, and then the molten stainless steel, circuit 2. Oh, we don't really have much stainless steel. Okay. Stainless steel, molten, please. Molten stainless steel cell, no. We'll do 1440. Okay. Thank you very much. So we need circuit 2. Boom, boom, boom. Boom. Nice. Let's go, baby. So these are actually the finalized components. So we have the 3 small fuel canisters, 10 of the heavy-duty Tier 2 plates, 4 of the rocket fins. Honestly, okay, so we just need the Tier 2 lander, rocket control computer, it's probably going to be the last thing, a nose cone, 2 Tier 1 engines, and 2 Tier 1 boosters. Yeah, we didn't even really have boosters in the Tier 1 rocket, did we? Tier 1 rocket. Rocket fins. Yeah, it was just rocket fins and 1 engine. So in the Tier 2... Oh yeah, there's the boosters right underneath. Which they're shown on the side, which is really, really cool. And then the second engine. Okay. So we're good on the fuel canisters. Get rid of that. Get rid of the rocket fins. We don't need that. Nose cones. So we're going to grab the lamp and everything else. Lamp. So we got that. 4 heavy-duty plates as well. And we should have the nose cone. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, you are back to smelting. How are you looking over here? Not too bad. Not too bad. Make sure we actually got some fuel. 200,000. 2.6 million. Alright, so we got all this. Dump in the pipes, superconductor wires, base wires, blocks of coal. That's fine. We still didn't make the nose cone. And that's circuit 4. There it is. I will take the stainless back with me. Okay, so nose cone can go away. 6 compressed meteoric iron plates. Alright, we'll have to find those, but then we also need 8 of the heavy-duty plates. I don't know where all of our other heavy-duty plates are for all this. Okay, so we have all those here. Nope, no heavy-duty plates there. Okay, so oxygen vent. 441. 441. So we need 2 of them. Compressed tin. Hey, let's go. We have them all. That's nice. So, Tier 1 booster. 3411. 3411. Oh, I see. You'd have to waste. Yeah, filled fuel canister. That's kind of gross. So just take our fuel with everything else. And we'll be able to do that. Fuel. I know I got fuel over here. Oh, I had another empty canister I could have used. Oops. Oh well. That'll be good for oxygen and all that other fun stuff when I need it. Alright, so we got fuel. Circuit 6. Boom. 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 There we go, baby! 2 tier 1 rocket boosters. Quest booster is completed. Where is it? Space race. Hey, the booster. Okay, so yeah, we'll still need to get that quest. Oh, the thermal cloth. I forgot about that. Thermal cloth. Can we make 24 yet? Yes, we can. Okay, so that's all good. We have the 2 rocket boosters. We have boosters. Check. Rocket fins. Check. Engine. Nope. Heavy duty plates. Check. Nose cone. Check. Small fuel canister. Check. And then obviously the last 2. So, we can get rid of that. And we need... what is it? Our engines here. Which we can just make these here. Raw. Compressed bronze and compressed aluminum. Alright, we'll have to make some bronze. Alright, we got our plates. Thank you very much. Yeah, we should probably get the aluminum as well. We have plenty enough, so... aluminum. Triple aluminum. To make 20. Also, we can make another, say, 400 aluminum ingots perfectly. Stainless steel is still cooking away fine. Oh, it's gonna have to wait behind all these other ones. Probably. It's gonna be waiting behind the stainless steel. We'll just let it cook for now. Fix itself later. Alright, there we go. The triple aluminum plates.
Have you ever e?
No, I don't think I have ever e before. I'm sorry, I haven't done it. But thank you very much, Panda, for being a member for 11 months on the channel. Thank you very much. Also, Terra. What do you mean by Terra? Terraria? Terra? Hopefully you're having a great day today, Panda. We're going to double compress some of the bronze. And then we'll try getting some of the aluminum as well. Okay. Rocket engines. Oh. I have so much homework. What do you have for homework? Oh, that's right. Okay, raw. Raw. We need 4. Are you... Compressed dual aluminum. I literally just made some. Are you serious? Whatever. TNT. Could have sworn I made like a couple hundred of this. Start, please. See what happens with it. Something stuck in the interface. Watch it be a bunch of TNT. Oh. It's right here. Oh. Well, what's stuck in the interface? Looks like it's working to me. Biology, chemistry, calculus, Spanish. And to finish an essay, and it's all due tomorrow. Oh no. I wish you the best of luck with that. That is going to be painful. At least, like, chemistry, biology, and maybe Spanish would be not too bad, like, time-wise. Calculus, though, yeah, good luck with that. I had pre-calc, and that was already a nightmare, so... Ugh. Yeah. You'll get it done. Oh, and the essays. Essays probably the worst part. R.I.P. Panda. Alright, raw. Raw. 4. Yeah, 43, yes. Alright, we're gonna cancel... We're gonna cancel the aluminum. Cancel. And we're gonna cook. Right there. Alright, let's go check out our ore processing area. Oh, okay, yeah, biology is probably the most because of AP Bio. Well, no matter what, Panda, I have faith in you. You'll get her done. That's gonna be a nightmare going through all that, though. What do we got for copper? None. Chalcopyrite. Huh, okay, at least, though, once I actually get the smelter hooked up to, like, smelt things on demand, I mean, I can have a bunch of different ways to make copper, so that's not bad. I really liked biology class. So, what kind of stuff are you doing in biology, then? Being that it's AP Bio, I'm wondering if, like, what differences you might have compared to what I had. Alright, we can get... Oh. Get rid of that. Also, 2.4 million drilling fluid. Let's go swap that out. So I remember in my biology class, I remember we talked about like cells and everything. It's not as bad as the last day of summer, working more than 12 hours straight to finish all of my summer assignments. So, I find that really dumb. Not what you're doing. But dumb that you have summer assignments. Like, the whole point of having summer is to not worry about school. I'm glad, well, I guess I probably would have just told my teachers, well, I say that, I told my teachers to get lost or something like that with the homework, because obviously my summers are just as busy. I'm obviously working. And then it would be like football and all that other stuff. Like, yeah, I don't have time for all this. Even if it's something like very minuscule, but... Yeah, that ain't fun. Also, it doesn't even make sense. Because, like, you don't even meet your teachers for the next grade at the beginning, I wouldn't think. So, like, you wouldn't think it would be homework from them, and it wouldn't make sense to get homework from teachers that you just had finished going to school for the whole year. They're worth so many points, though, and I couldn't still get a good grade if I just didn't do them. Yeah, I mean, that's why, I mean, it makes sense that you had to do them. But, like, in my school, we didn't have to do any. They never assigned anything over the summer. They were assigned by the next year's teachers. That is so stupid. Like, I understand maybe, like, they want to try and, like, keep people's minds fresh and everything, but there's literally no point. Alright, so there we go. We dropped off all our drilling fluid. We're fine with that. Tier 1 rocket engine. We're still waiting on all of that. We need the raw. There we go. We gotta go blow all this up. TNT. One class I always wanted to take was like culinary arts. Which, I mean, it would have been pretty cool, although some of the stuff that they had to do for class, I wouldn't have been too happy to do. Like, they would, I don't know, sometimes they would, like, make lemonade or cookies to, like, sell, I think, almost like as a fundraising thing for the class, even though you already had to pay a decent amount of extra money to take that elective. But I kind of wish I would have taken it, like, looking back now. As well as, like, welding would have been a nice one. Also, to answer your question, we're doing like different types of diffusion through semi-permeable fatty acid membranes. If you have no idea what that means, trust me, I have no idea either. Well, obviously, like a semi-permeable is obviously like, I don't know, certain things can permeate through the membrane. Kind of like an egg, I would assume, like. Weirdly enough, if you leave like an egg in Coke, or like water, I don't know if water, or oil, like it'll all soak into the egg, or like some other weird stuff kind of like that. I don't know if that was like a thing that we did in the class, like we actually had an egg that we set up to do that, or if we just looked at like a demonstration or something. I also remember we like grew different plants for different genes. We tried to like crossbreed plants. That was kind of a fun thing. We also did talk about genetics, like the dominant recessive, and then we would like roll the dice to get basically one of the 4 possibilities, or however it was, if it was like a 50% thing, 25% for whatever, and then we would have to draw out the person that we created by like the genes that they had gotten from their parents, so it was kind of cool. It's everything that I can kind of remember. Oh, then we also went to like a creek that was in the local area, and what is it? We collected data on the soil, obviously like the water depth, speed, how badly it's eroding, the kind of wildlife you see there, just to kind of overall grade the quality of the creek. Small and non-charged molecules and atoms can pass through the membrane. Ah. I would not have guessed what that would have been the answer. SDHC 1 and 2, baby! Rocket engines. Not a quest. Oh well. Thermal clothing. Or fabric, I should say. So to make the padding... Are you kidding me? I need more meteoric iron string. $5, $13, $20. Keep going too far out. $24. I guess it makes sense. 24 meteoric iron string. Also, semi-permeable fatty acid chain is just like fancy way to say the plasma membranes in the cells. See, I would have never guessed that's what that was actually. And it makes sense because honestly, anything like scientific, I feel like that gets overly complicated with the name for like no reason. Lander tier 2. Oh yeah, we need to make the lander, that's right. Buggy seat. We got the buggy seat. Can't place it down, sadly. Compressed copper plate. Ooh. Ooh, we need another rocket. Raw! Make another raw. Oh, good. I needed 2 of them anyway, so compressed dual. Why can't you craft? Oh, because that's in the way. Bronze. Yep. Need 2 of these. One makes 1. Yeah, we need... I'll make 2. Fun fact, if you are in the hospital, if they accidentally put your IV up to distilled water instead of brackish water, a simple mistake, your cells will start to expand and explode, causing you to die. Yeah, So what is the brackish water that they use? Isn't that I forgot why. Like, distilled... Even if you, like, also... Even if you drank distilled water, you would eventually... I don't know if you would die from dehydration, but you would eventually get sick from, like, not having the nutrients that you would normally get from actual, just basic water. Like, I know iron and some of the other weird things that are actually naturally in water are very, very important to you. It's actually crazy though, just to think like just getting distilled water pumped into your arm will just cause you to basically like, yep, nope, I can't, I don't exist anymore. Also, welcome to everybody else in the stream. I see a couple people just jumped in. Hopefully you're doing all well. Pretty much have everything ready for the rocket. We now have the booster, the rocket fins, the rocket engines. We have the heavy-duty plates, the nose cone, fuel canisters. Now we just need the rocket control computer tier 2, the lander tier 2, and that is it. We just need to make one more rocket engine for the lander. Probably where my heavy-duty plates are supposed to go. Whoop. Alright, so we got another lander. So we need a frequency module and 2 steel poles. Gerwin, how are ya? Where will this rocket go? So this rocket will go to Mars, Deimos, or Phobos, either the 2 moons of Mars. It's going to go somewhere in here. I have to redesign my volcano / launching pad area. So it's going to end up sitting here, but then it'll bring us to Mars and its moons. Brackish is just water with a certain amount of salt or another thing dissolved to make the actual H2O concentration around the same as inside your body. If there's too much water distilled, your cells will expand and explode, and if there's too little, too salty or something, your cells will shrivel up. Yeah, that's crazy. I mean, I wonder how much of a lenience there is to, like, where it would be fatal either way. Okay, the steel poles. Okay, extruder bolts. Okay. Compressed steel plates. I need 4 compressed steel. Which is why you shouldn't drink distilled water or salt water. Oh, okay. So yeah, yeah. I guess that makes sense. It'd be still the same reason why you shouldn't drink it. So I wonder how, like, poorly, or like how much of like a rudimentary, if that's even the right word for it, setup you could make to basically desalinate ocean water, like a survival situation. Like how much salt you'd have to get out of like 1 gallon's worth of water. So I guess it depends on which sea you're in, but alright, a frequency module. That's a gross one. So a sensor and a computer monitor cover. That's actually not that bad. Telling me I don't know how to make a sensor? Oh boy. Stainless steel plates and of ion ender. Computer monitor cover. Isn't it just heating it up and catching the vapor? Don't think how salty it is makes much of a difference. Yeah, you could do that, I would think. Yeah, as long as you had a way to catch the steam. Because yeah, if you boil all that off, basically all the salt should stay in the pan. Because I think the salt's too heavy to be able to be evaporated. So we got the sensor, monitor cover, should have crafted that up. A frequency module, and now the lander. Nice! Lander tier 1, baby. Still got all our clothing, we gotta wait for that. Oh yeah, the Mars lander now. We gotta make the Mars lander tier 2. Okay, so I just put the lander in there with the parachute. Parachute, lander. Boom, and boom. Lander tier 2, baby! Rocket module. The Mars lander. Yeah, that's it. We get the loot bags from it. So now all we need is the tier 2 control computer. The biggest and most annoying thing is going to be the field generators. So I don't even have a recipe made for those ones yet. LUV circuits and nether stars. So let's see if we can mess around with magic a little bit again. 2 nether star plates. LUV. Annealed copper wire. I guess I don't have an arc furnace or anything down here. No, I could have sworn I had one. Hold on. Yeah, HV arc furnace. So we can make annealed copper. Alright, annealed copper, and then we want to make the annealed copper wires. Okay, so that's not going to work. Alright, so we got that, and then assembler. Is it really filled? That's actually insane. Boo, Breadman, how's it going? I think you could just make like a small little bowl shaped like thing above it, and eventually it'll start dripping fresh water or something. Actually, I don't know though. So you're kind of right. So you have to have something like a lid or whatever over the top of, say, the pot that you're boiling the water in. And then you would have to have like a little pipe or a tube for the condensate to run down into another like little collection jar for the water. Otherwise, if it just drips back down into the pan you're already boiling, then it really doesn't do anything. It'll just kind of keep bubbling up and mixing together. At least, that's what I would think. Alright. So we're going to need more pattern cards, sadly. Okay, at least we have the right resources for that. So we'll kind of sit and wait for this for a minute. Actually, hold on a minute. We did already get rid of a lot of other stuff, okay. And by our other stuff, I meant all my resources that we got from the multiblock miner. So we got the meteoric iron string, thermal cloth, molten silicon rubber. Really? Yeah, I see 936 there, but then I go to storage here, and I don't see it. I had that with a couple other fluids too, and I don't know where it would possibly even be stored. Unless it's in like a machine. No. How are you doing this evening? Pretty good. Thank you very much for asking. How are you doing? Okay. Hold shift click to highlight interface. I didn't say I was having a problem, but it's not operating. Alright, interesting. Okay, hold on. So there's ethylene, molten polyethylene. Oh, it is this one. Okay. So there's that, there's that. There's nothing in the storage. There's nothing in there. Okay. Ooh, 273, not bad. Still only 936. So it isn't telling me why it's having a problem. Molten at silicon rubber. Polydimethyl siloxane pulp. $12.96. It just needs 9 to make $12.96. And all it says is it has 2. Hello? Alright, well then let's do this. Cancel. Why does the molten rubber not want to work? Two craft. So yeah, 2 craft is hydrochlorofluorocarbon in this game. In this mod. Are you talking about Teflon, PTFE? Hydrochlorofluorocarbon. Because if so, yes it is actually. So we're gonna try that. Polytetra. Hold on a second. C2F4, yeah, molten polytetrafluoroethylene, otherwise chlorofluorocarbon. Okay, this is hydrochloric acid. Fluoroflogophyte, whatever that is. Okay, so you still did not craft. You still did not craft. Why are you not crafting? Poly... Okay, so we're gonna do this. Cancel. $100 pulp. Start. HCFC is used in lots of engineering projects, if I remember. Oh, IRL, actually, it is kind of toxic, though. Yeah, that's why it's funny, like, a lot of the chemicals and other things that we're working with here, in real life, you would get very, very sick with, like, handling them, breathing them in, or, you know, just kind of messing with them. Here, yeah, you know, do whatever you want with them. Although there is some stuff that, yeah, you shouldn't touch it. It makes, bad things happen in the game. Crafting 30. So, I mean, it's crafting them up. For some reason. So, hold on. Rubber. No substitutions. Okay. No substitutions. I mean, that doesn't really seem to be an issue. So, I do not know why it does not want to craft it the other way. So we're making the pulp. And then molten silicon rubber, do it 2000. Yeah, something stuck in it. It's the same interface as this one. Alright, so what do we need? Nether stars. So we need some Salus Mundus. I need to figure out what the name of our book is. So the Akashic Tome. Oh, good. What book did it turn into is the question. Oh, boy. Where could I possibly have that? Because I want to read up on some Thaumcraft again, just to see what we can do with AE2 and Thaumcraft together. How's our centrifuging? Ooh, okay, so look at centrifuging pages down to 1 page. Some big ones, we got barite, bastnasite, bentonite, brown lemonite. Some other crazy stuff. Another big one is purified electrolyne. Not too shabby. It'll be done going through the dust before I know it. Is there anything else to... Ah, here we go. Purified neodymium. Uses. Purified. Honestly, just macerate it. Purified gold, purified lead. Gold will get the same treatment. Lead is also the same treatment. Coolio. Get the macerator going again. Purified pile of neodymium. That way we also keep the centrifuge from turning off. I feel like keeping that going at all times is obviously very important. So do we not have a thermonomicon? Oh, you know what? It's probably outside. Let's go take a look. Our thermonomicon. There it is. And now we were thinking of crafting... Oh yes, Salus Mundus duplication. Okay, I don't think it's here. Alchemy... Yeah, the automated alchemy. Up to now, alchemy has been somewhat of a hit and miss affair. Or a hit and miss affair, my bad. Miscounted aspects, degrading essentia, and ingredients that require manual labor to mix. This is finally a thing of the past. The thaumatorium is a marvelous invention that allows a thaumaturge to select which formula to use and what catalyst to add. It then automatically draws essentia from available sources using tubes. As long as there is a supply of a catalyst, it produces the required object perfectly every time. A crucible that forms its base does not require water, but a heat source is still needed. When you access a device, you will see several slots. The top left slot is where you place the catalyst. Once you have done this, you will be able to choose which recipe you wish to craft with the catalyst. Oh yeah, with that catalyst from a list of possibilities, okay. Mnemonic matrix. Interesting looking. Chemical centrifuge. Allows you to break essentia into its component parts. When compound essentia flows into the centrifuge from below, it will slowly it will be slowly broken down into the primal or compound essentia. So I don't think we quite need that yet. Just kind of taking a peek at everything that we've kind of unlocked before in the past. Sealing in the foulness, brain in a jar. Okay. Runic shielding augmentation. Nope. Ooh. Oh, I see. Okay, I don't remember this being open before. Atomic Energistics. As both a scientist and an arcane scholar, you have postulated that it must be possible to combine technology and magic in a stable and productive way. You will need to study the principles of matter-energy conversion. Yeah, matter-to-energy conversion. In detail to accomplish this. It is likely there are aspects of thaumaturgy that can accomplish this, as well as technology capable of doing the same. This will require extensive study, but you are sure that it will be a worthwhile investment of your time. Oh, the arcane crafting terminal. Cell microscopy? Iron gearbox. Looks like a guardian. Honestly, kind of want to do research for that. See if there's anything else that's been kind of unlocked. Hellish metal. AFK real quick. Sounds good, Breadman. Skullfire sword. We still have to get that at some point too. I heard that's pretty good for some of our looting capabilities. Red crystal. I've heard of it. Haven't really messed with it. Infused gold. Oh yeah, the Thaumic Restore. Okay, that's what that was up there. Alright, so... Ooh. Apocrypha? I don't even know what this is all about. Oh, okay, like Botania stuff, I think. Botany. It's either like we've unlocked these pages and I didn't even notice it before, or we just have never just checked them out. Or it could be possibly like new stuff too. Okay, Salus Mundus blocks. The next step after learning how to duplicate Salus Mundus would be learning how to create a block out of it. Oh, I don't really care about that. Since the Salus, by its default, is a dust pile, making a block out of it requires additional fortification. Yeah, I don't care about that. We just care about duplication. So your latest researches have led you to a very interesting thought. Yes, duplicate it with all that. Mom made steak. Ooh, steak sounds very delicious. So I'm trying to see here. Over chanting. I'm trying to see some of the machines like this one here. To possibly figure out what I actually want to do. Ooh. So I'll probably have to get like some power generation out here. Is it wizard time? Maybe a little bit, so that way we can have some Salus Mundus duplication in order to get ourselves some more, what do you want to call it? Wither stars. Or nether stars, not wither stars. Alright. So I think we'll need like an 82 controller and then some other means of power gen. I cast. What do you cast? Actually, hold on. No. Explode pancake. Yes, we have the exploding pancake. Question is, where is... This can't be the box that I had for everything in it. Kaboom. Go to make breakfast and it just explodes my base. Ugh. Alright. Crush copper. Ew. Oh, I see. We're full. Ouch. Alright, alright, alright. Storage. Can I make 4? I can. Start with a follow. Where, oh where, did I leave my chest? It's got all of the beautiful A2 things. It's gotta be this one. Hey, I found it. There's some drives. There's cables. I just need the controller. And honestly, probably could start getting a couple of the Essentia controllers and stuff. Oh, well, look at that. Are the import and export buses for like Essentia stuff. So we do have a controller. Nice. So there's all that. Boom. And let's see what we can do here. You will never have a peaceful breakfast again. Could you imagine? Yeah, you just go to eat the pancake and then all of a sudden just like blows your face off. Even if it wasn't even that extreme, just like the pancake explodes. Everything goes flying everywhere. Eee. Stay away from pancakes no matter what. Somebody orders a pancake, just don't let them. Don't let them order the pancake. What do we have for A2? A2. AE Essentia Storage. The main processor for 1K, 4K, 16K, and 64K Essentia cells. Use your AE network to store all that nasty Essentia. Remember, you need to do the research first. The Essentia circuit. Pulsating chipset. I mean, honestly, this hasn't shown me I've had to do the research first. Okay, so pulsating chipset. We're gonna get a forming press. Yoink. That's all any circuits. That's circuit 24. Oh yeah, I needed more patterns. That's right. Okay, so we got that. Essentia circuit, HV. Another forming press, okay. And then, yeah, just the assembler, EV assembler. Oh, so we gotta change the music. Boom, boom. EV assembler circuit 2. We just want no circuit. The spell blows up pancakes and only pancakes. Harmless unless you have fake maple syrup allergy. Oh my goodness. Allergic to all the fake maple syrup. I think I'll survive. I'll be fine. Just feel bad for those out there that might not make it through breakfast though. Okay. We are going to need a control interface, which actually, crafting terminal, can we just access it? Oh, nope, that answers my question. I cannot access it, just like that. So it's going to be a good power generation source for out here. I guess we're not going to be running a whole lot of power right now, so we can keep it kind of low. Meat storage cell, yes. Save all of that dust space. Needs cables, yeah. We'll put one up there too. Nice. Alright, get rid of all that dust. That's a lot of dust. A lot of dust. Yeah, and EU. So probably try and have gas turbines, just a couple cheap and easy ones for now. Benzene, 5.2 million. I'll definitely take some of that. Nope. Okay, we just need to make one. Probably need to do research for the 1K Essentia component. Oh, okay, I see the Essentia component housing there. I see. I see. Circuit 5, molten silicon rubber. He still doesn't want to craft. Molten silicon rubber. Why? It shows it's crafting. It doesn't show that there's a problem. Nothing in the input. Nothing there, nothing there, nothing there. Go to the other side. It's supposed to be right there. Molten silicon rubber. Why do you hate me, machine? Strange. Still stuck at 936. Do I not... Oh, I wonder. Do I not have storage for it? Probably not. PTFE. So nothing in there or there. Polyethylene, sluice juice, bauxite slurry. Nope, none of those. Yeah, I don't think it's able to be stored anywhere. Alright, well, at least problem solved. Fluid storage. Craft one of those bad boys up. So we got power for outside. That'll be fine for now. We have the small cables too. Okay. Even if it's something very simple, as long as we get to figure out how to actually operate this, I'll be happy. Probably cover this up. What do we got for blocks here? Salus Mundus. Okay, we have access to everything here. Just have to get storage cell, Essentia cell. Okay. Because then, eventually, I'd assume you'll be able to pump out to jars or maybe some other storage devices that'll be able to be actually drawn into stuff for that. Did I okay, it is up there. I was gonna say, where did it go? I was like, did I really seriously just shift click that into like no longer existing? Hey, there it is. Wonder how many other fluids I have like that that have just been sitting in limbo somewhere. Okay. Rubber, thank you. Some EV assembler. Okay, we'll go do that. Make all of our clothing. Alright, some molten silicon rubber. 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Boom, boom. I assume they'll have circuit 4, circuit 5, 8, 7, whatever, all the rest of them. Nothing really crazy changed in this tab for a long time. Circuit 8, 7, and 4. Kind of what I figured. Sure takes its sweet time. 30 seconds, 37 and a half, 30. Ouch. Alright, that one's gonna go. Circuit 8, thank you. Essentia cell. I guess they don't even call it that, do they? Oh, yeah, I made an Essentia processor. And I didn't even finish making that. Crafting. Why are you not crafting? EV assembler. No clean room. Well, that is an EV assembler. So, is it actually because I haven't done research for this yet that I can't make it? I can't be. That's enabled. I know there's power in here. Yep, that's on. EV has an EV assembler. Essentia circuit Engineering processor. Yep. The Monomicon. So... where are you? Digiscentia. Alright, well I guess we'll do some research. Kind of weird how we have the recipe there. Also kind of weird how you could still put it into the assembler and stuff and you just can't craft it unless you... I don't even know. Because everything that I see looks to be about right, but... you know how I am sometimes with that. Oh, we got paper. Where's our scribblies? Paper and some ink. Okay, arcane crafting terminal. Let's get these unlocked real quick, shall we? See if I can remember how to do this decently well. Oh, good. I like how the NEI kind of blocks off some of that. So that is that and that. Obviously, we want to go to air. Move. Okay, that goes back to Ordo. Oh, good. Ran out of ink. Yes. Ordo spam. So I wish the puzzles were a little bit different or a little bit harder because then you don't just have the Ordo spam, but I guess it is what it is. Alright, there we go. We got two more things of research. A vibration chamber. What is that about? Essentia monitoring. So, Digiscentia. Having discovered how to distill Essentia, it occurs to you that you may be able to store it digitally. Examining the formation core and annihilation core, you realize with some minor modifications they could serve as means to convert Essentia to and from a digital format. However, due to the corrosive nature of certain types of Essentia, a layer of quicksilver around the circuitry is required to prevent decay. The relatively high volatility and immense energy in distilled Essentia requires that it first be diffused, then digitized. A buffer chamber of some kind will likely be required to hold the diffused Essentia. Coalescence core, so compresses and binds rematerialized Essentia diffusion back into its raw form. A buffer chamber will also likely be needed. Welcome back, Breadman. I see. So there's all your quicksilver. Hey, and then the amber actually becomes useful again. Although, yeah, we're going to make ordo crystals now. Crystal clusters for all this. Interesting. The arcane crafting terminal, workbench, terminal, processors, and terra crystal plates. You have discovered that using primal aspects to bind a terminal to an arcane work table allows you to imbue the terminal with the work table's ability to craft arcane items. The terminal retains its ability to access items on the Me network, allowing faster and more plentiful crafting, as well as storing and swapping a set of armor for when you need a quick discount. Ooh, okay, that's kind of nice too. Surprised that that one's not unlocked, but I'd assume Sentia, or yeah, transportation, scribing tools. Okay, so we'll get all three of those done. That one's still locked. That's fine. Scribing tools. I'd assume just do this. Of course, do I really not have any squid ink after carrying it with me all the time? Now I finally don't have any. There we go. Alright, research. Alright, let's see. Yes, Sentia transportation. All the fun research you could have ever asked for. Alright, so we want Momentous, Ordo. Okay, so let's go back to this. Oops. I wanted this. Hey, a nice small. Okay, I like this. Alright, so this one should be easier. Go to air. Momentous. Ordo. Ordo. Oof. This one's a bit bigger. Alright, so this. Oh, these two never got connected. Okay. So let's do Ordo and then this silly thing again. Okay. What do we get for this one? Back to Ordo. Dang it, Bobby. Time to do all of our reading. Here's that. Ayo. Essentia Provider. So the monitoring, the Essentia terminal provides a convenient way to insert or extract Essentia stored within the network. When placing a jar or file, it will be emptied if it contains any Essentia, or filled with the selected aspect. Pretty cool, pretty cool. Nice. Oh yeah, the level emitter. Ordo crystal plates. Vibration chamber. Getting power for your network until this point has relied on burning items in the vibration chamber. That is about to change. You have constructed a simple device that unleashes the energies of Essentia to fuel the vibration chamber by using distilled ignis or potentia Essentia. You can generate more power than simply burning the item. Beware that it has the same regulation behavior as the original chamber. It minimizes wasted power by slowing the reaction if the network is fully powered. But so long as there's Essentia to use, it will use it. Distillation pattern. Oh, I see. So now that you know how to digitize Essentia, it's time to put that knowledge to work. By binding the appropriate core to an Essentia tube and chamber, you are able to move Essentia in and out of the storage network. The use of a filter tube allows you to specify what aspects are allowed to be transferred. Combining the import and export buses into a single device allows you to, use external Essentia containers. I like how they look. They look pretty cool. Meat import bus. Those are pretty expensive, and it kind of sucks to make them, but it ain't too bad. Especially once we get into more automated Thaumcraft, it won't be so bad. Oh, it's a cell microscope. Essentia mirror. Through careful study and experimentation, you have developed a microscopic scanning device that can produce a detailed image of energy contained within a storage cell. Oh, okay. This is the intricate task requiring the cell to be on the ground during the process. All contents contained within the cell will be scanned as if looked at through the thermometer. 300 of each. That's crazy. I cannot do that yet. Iron gearbox. Your experiences with the wooden gear crank, or the wooden crank, has left you to wonder, could this be improved? You have devised a way of setting up a series of gears in a box so that when any side is turned, all of the sides will also turn. However, you will need a stronger material than wood. To that end, you have created the iron gear by bonding iron and a wooden gear. Okay. Don't really know what all the gearboxes are for. I never really messed with those yet. Okay, we're going to get the distillation pattern and Essentia provider. Guess we're just going to kind of get the rest of our stuff here and then figure out what we want to do for the rest of the stream. So we got those two. I'll be going. Time to sleep. Sounds good, Casper. We'll see you later. Thank you very much for jumping in. Take care and get some good sleep. Yeah, I'm not thinking we're going to be here for much longer. Okay, we got all that. And now the hammer. That's all connected. That's connected. That goes up around. Did I really never connect that? Oh, of course it's a blood moon too. Trying to do research out here. Alright. Okay, magic. Thank you. Who was that? I honestly don't even see anybody other than that guy. Sniper duel, let's go. We got a quest. One of the easier ones. Since your provider, while important export buses are useful for an array of jobs, they lack the flexibility to interface with complex alchemical constructs. Okay, I don't even think of this before, but it makes sense that, yeah, we did need different types of interfaces for all this stuff. Pretty gross. Very, very gross. Oh. Distillation pattern encoder. At least this is all going to be done. Like, all our research is going to be pretty much ready for next time, so I can't complain. So yeah, we still can't do these researches yet. Let's go back into our base, see what we have, and then go from there. So I'm thinking that the next time we stream, we'll have a good amount of time to finish up our rocket. All we really need is a couple more nether stars just to get the control computer tier 2. Because we already have the lander actually now too, so we just need computer, we have the tanks, cone, everything else. Not bad. Maybe a little bit of extra fuel as well. Ooh, actually, a little pattern capacity card. We do have one more. Molecular assembler. We'll have to go down and add that in. There, we've added a lot of pattern cards in. Okay. WPB Fluff. Hey Blaze, recently found out there was going to be a big Gregtech New Horizons Hermitcraft-esque server. If you are interested in joining, it is being hosted by... Wait a minute. If you're interested... So I heard about that, and I watched the video. If you are interested in joining, it is being hosted by Hey Cuba. I don't even know if that's how you pronounce it. I apologize if I'm butchering it. Is it something you have to be invited to? Is it something you have to ask to be in? Because I always thought that would be kind of cool to be playing in something like that. But also, welcome into the stream. Hopefully you're having a great day today. Yeah, I would definitely. That'd be like a dream come true to be able to play. Like, I used to love just the fact of SMPs, of people like building cities together and like trading and everything. But the fact that you could have it with Gregtech New Horizons is insanely, like, much more cooler. Okay, what do we have here? Thermal clothing. Oh yeah, okay, we just need to go circuit 7. There it is. And then we can remove all of the rubber. Alright, dump in our paper, dump in that. And then also molecular assembler, yes, we're going to do this. So now, hopefully, what was I trying to craft earlier? Oh yeah, the LUV circuits. Craft, I don't know, try and craft 8 more. Going to be expensive. Oh, I see, look at that. Okay, it's going to take a lot. Try 6. Honestly, I don't know, but I thought it would be cool to see you be playing with other content creators, messing around and having fun. But if I had to guess, just ask one of the hosts. I guess, yeah, I could think... I would definitely be interested. The only reason I didn't think of asking is just because I didn't want to seem... What do you want to say? Kind of like I was begging to get in. I guess it wouldn't hurt just to ask and see if they had any spots open, or if they'd be interested in having me or not. Because yeah, there was quite a few different creators there. That's what is it, like 6 to 8 of them at least, I think. I'll have to go back and watch the video again. Actually, not even having to watch the video, but just go back to the video, see if they have a Discord I can get into and ask. Let's go 6. Still not enough. Let's do... Can I do craft 4? I can. So let's kind of start that up. But yeah, we'll see what happens. And even if not, I would not mind... See, the only other thing I did think about, like, playing with another server is, honestly, we would, like, very quickly surpass the point we already in my single-player world. And... I don't know if it's something that I want to spoil myself to until after I complete the mod pack by playing multiplayer with everybody else and then all of a sudden seeing all the other multi-blocks. I don't know, we'll see. I would definitely be interested either way, though, nonetheless. Yeah, so basically we'll just have to craft up a bit more of the, what is it, the LEV circuits. We'll get 4 more here, we'll have a total of 6, we'll get 2 more after that. We'll have all 8, and then just do a little bit of magic again, duplicating some Salus Mundus, and then we should be able to easily go to Mars. Which, like I was saying too before, probably actually would be a bad idea just to get 3 multi-block mining machines. Also, I would probably upgrade them to EV energy hatches just to make them a little bit faster. Yeah, you are stuck. You won't craft. So I'm going to cancel you. I'm going to go pick up everything out of the inventories and then just kind of get ready to wrap things up here. Alright, so those are dumped back in. That's all good. Thermal padding. Boom. Thermal cloth. Cozy. Craft a set of thermal padding tier 1. Ah, there it is. Equip it all right there and we're good. We don't have to worry about getting too hot or too cold. I like it. I like it a lot. So then the grappling hook as well. The grapple is a grappling hook and rope which can be thrown by a player and then used to swing the player in the direction it was thrown. Useful for reaching places that are otherwise too high to jump to, or traveling around the asteroids. Oh. Or just so you know, fly, yeah. Although we already have a jetpack, so it's probably kind of like pointless, but still be cool to get it. Meteoric steel arrowhead. Oh, I see. Not even that bad. 76.8 seconds. Could have been a lot worse, honestly. Okay. So there's that. And then, yeah. Very, very close to the tier 2 rocket. We've also allowed for a lot more material processing to kind of continue to go on while we've been streaming, so that's nice. So hopefully sooner than later we'll be able to get... Okay, it's still operating... Oh, actually not for much longer. We'll be able to get either the chem plant for nitrobenzene or the multi-block fluid extractor would be kind of nice. But yeah, I think that's going to pretty much wrap it up for today. I want to say thank you very much for everybody jumping in. In the next stream, if it's going to be a couple hours long, I think we'll either pretty much get everything done and set up for going to Mars, or we might actually end up being on Mars. I'll make a post for those of you that are interested, so that way you don't miss out on the trip to Mars. I'll make sure to post something in the Discord for that. But otherwise, I want to say thank you very much for everybody jumping in. I greatly appreciate it, and we'll see you all next time.